Let's fucking dig in. What's up, everybody? I'm Justus.
I'm Cody.
We are starting a new channel talking about fragrances today. So we're just gonna kind of do a little intro to like what got us into fragrances and our favorite fragrance to get it started. So you've been in the game longer than me, so you can go first.
It's funny you say I've been in the game. A year and a half at most. I used to be really heavy into one fragrance when I was in high school. The only one that I ever wore was DKNY Apple Be Delicious.
Never heard of it.
My mother got it for me for Christmas.
I thought you would say Nautical Voyage.
No, my mom bought it for me for Christmas one year. I was like a sophomore, and it was like this little brown glass bottle and shaped like an apple, and it smelled just like apples. And I wore it all through high school. I mean, I must have went through 4 or 5 bottles throughout.
You liked it because it reminded you of a Crown Royal bottle.
No, it was just the shape of a little tiny apple. The whole thing wasn't any bigger than my fist. Then after graduating high school, life, kids, everything happens, and I think I may have kept a random bottle here or there. Get one of my kids buy it for me for Father's Day. I would hit it every now and again, but I never really was into fragrances. And then, about a year and a half ago, I was scrolling old TikTok, and Hawass came on my For You page, and I watched it, and I was like, huh. I had never even known that there was a culture behind cologne, let alone the difference between a designer, niche, Middle Eastern. I just figured it was another brand that hit the market, and we all know how TikTok algorithms work, so it just started glazing my For You page. Pulled the trigger, bought it, and I loved it.
That was a ballsy movie to spend $22 like that.
I think it was $46 at the time.
Oh shit.
Ball it. And because that one glazed my For You page, now all of a sudden the Cal Colognes, the Overspray J's, all of those people, they started flooding my For You page, and then I am very, I can be obsessive compulsive. So if I sink my teeth into something, I really sink my teeth into something. And so I started doing research and figuring out the differences between scents, really. And I had a buddy of mine tell me about a house called Creed, which leads me into my favorite fragrance.
Can I ask you something
Yes,
quick about
absolutely.
Bring back Hawass for a second.
Yeah.
So when you got this, was this like you got it because it was being glazed on your feet or whatever? But when you got it, did it become like I really love this fragrance, or was it just like the first one that you got?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
I was so used to the only scent profile that I'd ever really latched onto. When this hit my nose, it's completely different. I believe this is an interpretation of Invictus, yes.
Or artificial grape flavoring. That's what I get.
Yeah, bubblegummy. Yeah. So it was different, and I had a hard time with different. Forced myself to use it, and what you see taken out of this bottle was 3 weeks worth. So obviously it's been sitting on the collection or on the desk collecting dust, but it's what's got me started. I don't dislike it. There is a possibility I could pull it out and use it again, but I have probably 85 bottles in my collection now, so I've got things and rotations that just it would make everyone confused on why I rotate them the way that I do.
So basically you liked it, but on to bigger and better things since you have bigger and better things.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So when I was told about Creed, I was like, I've never heard of that. I remember my first response was like, "What does the band have their own cologne?" That was a legitimate response, and he was like, "Dude, you're an idiot." So I did a little research, and I liked the Aventus, they said it smelled like, come from apples, so their big thing is pineapple with Aventus, right? So I was like, I am not spending $465 on a bottle of cologne, so I will order a discovery set for $70. I will sample the ones that I like, and at that time, now I'm starting to understand that interpretations exist. So I'm like, I'll just figure that out. My nose hit this, and I remember jumping on the website and ordered the 1.7 fluid ounce for those $265 without question.
Loved it that much.
Loved it that much. To this day, I have Middle Easterns. I have dupes. I have obviously this is niche. I have designers on every scale of the price point spectrum. I mean, I've got low end designers like Nautica. I have them all the way up to cover everything from Prada to Chanel to I've got 3 bottles of Louis. Drain them all and leave me with 1 cologne, and it will never be anything different than this.
Bold statement. You don't think you'll ever find anything to replace it?
Yeah.
Let me smell it again.
That's my 3rd bottle.
Oh yeah.
I had a 1.7 ounce.
Smells like spring.
Yeah, it does.
Good time of year too.
It's you know what it gives me? It gives me barbershop vibes.
Mm-hmm. Now you're gonna make me buy the shit. I feel like so the first time we'll get there. But first time I smelled this, I was like, it just smells like soap to me. But
it does. But
it's like spring.
When your nasal palate develops, you learn to appreciate certain profiles. No matter if it smells like something as simple as soap, bubble gum, you'll start to notice other things that they put into it, and you'll learn to appreciate. And you also start to learn what lasts, what doesn't, what you need to douse yourself in versus 2 or 3 spritz will take care of it. This, for as fresh and spring as it is, I hit my my pulse points behind the ears, elbows, and wrists, and I get 4 or 5 hours solid projection out of it. I mean, smelling me like when I walk in the room.
Right.
After that, it hits a skin scent for me. Everybody's different. You got to take that into account with colognes. Some of the heavier citruses, they just don't perform that well. They smell phenomenal, but afternoon swim, for example, it's a beast. 3 hours.
But goes away
3
quick.
hours, yeah, 3 hours. I mean, you've got to literally drown your clothes in it.
Which doesn't smell good. So this was the one for you then, and always will be.
It will always be the one. I will never have a collection of cologne or any cologne that does not have that sitting in it.
So, but you think this is so good to you that you don't think you'll ever find anything you like better than that?
No.
Or is that like part of the? Are you like chasing the dragon now to try to find something better than that? Or have you made up your mind that is it?
Oh, that this will always be my favorite.
Okay.
Everybody's noses are a little different. You mentioned the House Creed, and everybody's like Aventus. I love Aventus. I love the DNA, but Aventus is so easily interpreted.
Yeah.
I have a bottle of that as well.
let me put the logo out.
It's a it's a gorgeous DNA, but I feel like there's a lot of people that can come really close. You can always pick up the differences. The only one that I found that comes even remotely close, and I'd be willing to put like 94 to 96% close, is alt fragrances.
Really?
Yeah, I can't wear something about the oil concentration or the alcohol, whatever it is, and this is no negative shot at them because everybody's skin is different.
I'm gonna come get him.
I broke out in a rash when I bought it.
Okay.
So it's just not for me.
Right.
Get a tester, test the spot, run with it if it works. It's just not for me. That's all.
Better than Club de Nuit Intense Man? In closeness, I mean, to Aventus.
Oh, to Aventus?
Yeah.
Probably. So it's either the Elixir or the Prescio is the closest. The one of the latest ones that they released. There's so many flankers of that.
I think it just came out with that.
X straight. That's the one. I did smell that one, and that one is wickedly, and I mean wickedly close to the original. But again, for as simplistic as the DNA is, I'll reach for that before I reach for Aventus because I like to smell good. So $60-$70, and I can when I run out, I can buy another 465.
Hold on, you're cutting into my speech now. Let me have my time.
Retail on this $465. Nobody's paying retail anymore though.
No.
But we can get into that in a minute.
Not unless you're going into the store and you have to have it right now. Which, probably for another video, but a big problem that I see in the fragrance community as a whole is like nobody is like everybody's super impulsive, not like financially responsible. There's like people there's people like on the groups and stuff like that I'm in. They're like, just got my paycheck. I got $70 left over for my paycheck. What should I get? And I'm like, bro, fucking save it. Like,
maybe some groceries.
Yeah. Like, do you have a savings account? No, if you have all the savings account, or you can buy 50 bottles of this shit and not give a damn, then who cares? But like, I don't know. A lot of the people that are in the groups and on Reddit and stuff like that, I'm just like, are you guys like? Okay. You guys gotta have a shopping. You guys have a shopping addiction. Yeah. I don't know if you like fragrances. You have a shopping addiction.
Yeah.
So and I think that's a part of it too.
And super snobby about it too. Like there just seems to be nothing humble about those communities. I'm in a few of those Facebook groups and they're brutal.
They can be. They can be. If you buy stuff like this, they're like, oh well, I have the real thing.
Yeah.
So.
Peasants.
Yeah. So. Mind if I hop in?
Absolutely.
So he actually was a big part of getting me into fragrances. One of the things, probably the moment that got me into fragrances, I had a bottle of American Eagle Real back in the day. I don't know if you remember that stuff. I still have it actually. I have two somewhere. Is it a brown bottle with like a gray, like gunmetal?
I go and I've bought a couple of those types of fragrances for my oldest son.
High schooler fragrances.
Yeah, the Nautica Voyage types, yeah. But I don't remember that one specifically. Like I said, I sunk my teeth into that one, and I just rolled with it.
Yeah. Well, I still have it. I'll let you smell it after we're done. But so I had that, and I always kind of wore that. I never really was like into cologne. I bought it because I thought it smelled good. Yeah. And I remember wearing it out to like bars and stuff when I was in like my late teens, early 20s, and people were like, Who smells like that? And I'm like, that's me. Don't. Right here, this guy. So, but then I kind of like stopped wearing it for a while, and we were it was Mexico or Punta Cana, I can't remember, but we were traveling all day. It's like 100 degrees outside. I'm like, I got a backpack on, so it's like my back is all cooped up, and I'm not like I'm a short guy, but I'm not a little guy by any means. So I'm like cooped all up in this backpack all day, sitting in the, plane chairs and all that. So I'm like sweating. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like I can kind of smell myself a little bit. So I go into the duty free or whatever. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to spray on some cologne so I can like kind of hide that, tropical smell a little bit. Not that you should be using cologne to do that, but that's the only option I had.
Right.
And I was like, wow, these smell kind of good. And then so I kind of started getting like interested in it, and I started kind of like doing a little bit of research, and somebody had gave me like a sample pack or something, and this was in there, and it was the only one that I was like really like, damn, that really smells good, and I feel like it's very versatile. So I kind of got into it from there, and then I went to this guy's house. I made a post about like, hey, I want to get into fragrances, because I thought that was a great idea, and he responded, and he was like, well, I've got a whole bunch of fragrances. Why don't you come over and test out some? So I did. And then this was like last summer. So I've been in the game for not too long, like 6 months or something like that. And from there, I just started like blind buying a lot of shit, because everybody always like warns you against blind buying stuff. But for me, especially with the kind of stuff that I'm into, it's like, why am I going to spend $10 for, a little teeny decant when the whole entire bottle is like $25 to $40? For me, if it's less than like $50, I'm just gonna buy the whole bottle. And if I feel like at this point I kind of know like what I like. I've never bought anything. I bought 2 fragrances blind buy. I have like 40 fragrances or something like that. I've bought 2 that I got rid of so far. I have some more that I'm getting rid of tonight, but I actually like those. It's just I'm getting to the point where I don't want to have as many. I've only bought 2 that I don't like, and that was Club de Nuit Sillage, which is a Silver Mountain Water dupe, and then one of those Cremo. It was vintage suede.
Yeah. Oh, I've smelled that one.
Oh my god, no. That smelled terrible. But and the Sillage, Sillage, is that how you pronounce it? Whatever. Yeah. That smelled terrible too. But of all the ones that I've got, like 40-some bottles, full bottles, I don't really dislike many of them. But I just kind of went on like a buying spree based on kind of like some of what you had, some of what I learned. And it was funny because this is the first bottle that I ever bought off Joma Shop, which is Mont Blanc Explorer. And it still to this day I think is my favorite one, not necessarily for the scent profile or the performance, but it's very versatile. You know me, I'm real big on like, I put a lot of value in value. So I like getting a lot of performance for not that much money. So like I like Corvettes, you know, I like dupe fragrances. I like, you know, things like that you can, well, in some cases, a lot of times dupes you get better performance because of all the synthetic stuff that they use.
Oil concentrations.
But yeah, I value a lot, and I think so. So in saying that, I also like stuff that you can use, like daily wear type stuff that you can use in a lot of situations, and I think that this is my favorite because of that. I feel like you can wear it anywhere. It smells great. To me, it's like a Ventus, but like a lighter, airier Ventus. I feel like you could probably get away with this a little more at like office gym, but you could also wear it on a date night. You could like nighttime. You could wear this in cool weather.
Yeah, no,
you know, they say it's a freshie, but to me it has like a
smell to me.
Date nightish fresh.
So funny that you say that. Yes, this is my favorite one. I'll never have it. Would be without it. But I only wear it in the summertime. It's a spring, summer appropriate scent. When I go to the office, I'm a construction superintendent by trade, and our office will have meetings every now and again, superintendent meetings or company meetings, company luncheons, things of that nature that I need to go to the office for. Every single time that I go to the office, I wear that. If I'm ever asked to get up and speak, I'm wearing that, and
as he's being asked to speak, he gets up and is like, "All right, well, they might smell me as I'm walking up, so Mont Blanc explode."
It's an attention grabber.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that good, bad, or indifferent, but when people notice a smell, they tend to follow it, which leads them with their eyes, and then they pay attention. It leads a lot of compliments, and I don't know why it's an engaging scent.
Yeah, I agree with that a lot. And so my wife is like very sensitive to everything, pretty much, but very sensitive to smells. And of all the bottles that I have in my collection, this is definitely one of her favorites. I think this, CDN Untold, which is Baccarat Rouge, and what's the other? I think she likes, I have Marwa, so that's Imagination.
Yeah.
She likes that, but it's not like, there's another one. There's a third one that she really likes. Oh, it's Intense Man Limited Edition, which is, you know, the same DNA.
Yep.
So those are the only three that she actually like really is like, "Oh, you smell good. What are you wearing?" You know, and I get that a lot with this one.
Yeah.
So, and you can wear it anytime, any season, day, night. So for versatility alone, I would say this is my number one. YSLY is also up there for versatility, but I don't have that. So
YSL
EDP.
Yeah, the YSL myself. EDP is my.
I don't like that as much as Y.
Y is fruitier, but as you heard me mention nasal palate. I don't even know if that's a real.
It is thing. Now nasal palate.
I'm learning to appreciate different things. I put my nose on it once before, and I was like, "Oh, this is god awful." Because if it didn't, no, one myself. Because if it didn't have citrus in it, I didn't want anything to do with it. But I went back, or no, I got a tester from it when I bought another Super Ligera is what I bought, and that one I did impulse.
You like that one?
Oh, bro.
I keep hearing good things, but I've never smelled it.
Oh, bro.
We'll check that out in another video.
I paid retail for that one, and I've been in the game for a little bit, so I know about the discount sites and things of that nature. No, I had to have it right then and there. It was that good. But they threw a couple samples in, and I smelled it again, and I guess through developing appreciation for smells, it grew on me. And that one, when I started wearing that one started, fellas, it's a compliment getter. Check it out.
Yeah, I only have smelled it like in the air. I went into Ulta Beauty the other day, and like they probably hated me because I sprayed like 50 different bottles in the air, and the sales lady was like, "What you getting?" And I'm like, "Nothing from here. I'm gonna get it on Joma Shop."
Oh, they hate that. I go into Macy's.
I mean, it is kind of a dick move. Like you're using all their product to not spend any money with them and then go buy somewhere else. But hey, all for competitive prices then, you know?
The Macy's in Annapolis, at the Annapolis Mall, they hate to see me coming through the front door. So for me, I know what notes I like. More importantly, I know what notes I don't like. So if it's got oud in it, not for me. If I see about a cologne, overspray or a cow cologne, because he does a lot of reviews, if I see one and I'm like, that sounds like it would smell good, and then I'll look up the notes, and then I'll go to Macy's, and then I'll get on my phone and I'll ask them. I will give them the courtesy of asking, "Can you beat it?" And they're like, "No."
Yeah, I mean, they have to be competitive with what's out there, right? Like, I'm sure that they know that, like, people are doing that. Because they know that their prices are nowhere near the discount.
100%.
So they have to know that people are coming in there and you said something interesting because you said what like scents that you like and or notes that you like and which ones you don't. Well, I'm even worse because when I go in there, I don't know what scents I like and what I don't like yet. So I'm just spraying every fucking thing, and they're probably like, "Jesus Christ! Like, what is this guy doing? Are you gonna buy something?"
Well, so take that for example. You know that is a very pineapple-y, citrus-forward scent.
Love
it. So you can go and you can branch off into the citruses. You can smell your Chanel Sports, anything with the word aqua. It's going to be a fresh, uplifting thing. You just have to find the ones that appeal the most to you and run with it. I'm not going to smell something like that and then go buy and jump immediately over to like Paco Rabanne, the 1 millions, like the elixirs and all that, because they're really vanilla forward. And I'm starting to like those a little bit, but I'm not a big fan of those.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to smell something like that and then immediately go smell those because I know what they have in them. So I know that that's not my style per se. I can appreciate the scent, obviously, but for me, staying in my lane, I guess, is the right way.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I just, I want to sample everything. Because for me, what I'm, like, kind of leaning towards now is, like I said, I went on and I, like, blind bought all this shit just to try to figure out, like, hey, if I like the dupe of this, then maybe it's worth looking into the real thing. But I don't really live around, like, any malls. I don't really enjoy going to malls and stuff like that. So for me, it was just as easy to just get something off Joma's shop, and if I didn't like it, okay, it was $25, and I'll sell it on Marketplace. I think my thing now is instead of having all these bottles sitting on my shelf, I want to try to cut back on that some, and I think I'm going for it only going to buy scents that when I smell it, I'm really like, oh damn, or wow, like have that wow factor, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I'm actually getting rid of some of my collection just because it's like, I like the stuff. Like tonight I'm getting rid of Hawass, Voyage, and Iconic. They're good, like they smell good. I just have, kind of like you said, I have other things that I'll probably wear in the place of that.
Yeah.
And I don't really have, it's weird because I have a collector mentality, but with this, I don't. I think with the colognes and stuff, I want to have like 5, maybe like to 10 wow fragrances, and that's my collection, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, sky's the limit on how much money and how many bottles and all that. I mean,
no, it really is.
You can have a refrigerator full of the shit and you have 1% of the total amount of perfumes,
I see a lot of people in some of those Facebook groups doing exactly that. It's a chasing factor. When you first get into it, you're always chasing, how does this smell? Does this smell like this? For me, if you want the wow ones, and this is my opinion, you got to get the dupes. They're good, but when you smell the original and they're that much better, because there's a reason. There's a reason. There's some differences there.
Yeah.
The differences, they do stand out. It's worth me to buy the Discovery sets, right? I had heard of, like I said, I heard of Aventus, so I bought a Discovery set because it was $70 and it came with like 7 different scents, 3 men's, 4 women's, and that's how I discovered that. For me, if I want that, I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah. So, like, and people are getting paid, right? So that's gonna like skew a lot of things, and you see that online a lot. It's like, oh, the such and such must have paid him a lot of money to say that.
Excuse me.
I will say this, as somebody who values value and enjoys dupes because you're getting 90% of the product for 10% of the cost. I will say this. When they get on there, like these other influencers and stuff like that, and they get on there and they say, oh, this is a 1-to-1. I ain't never smelled nothing that's a 1-to-1. And two come to mind. So I have Aether, which is a PDM green leaf dupe. And people were saying, I don't know if anybody said that was like a 1-to-1, but they're like, oh, it's very close. So that, and also Altair, how do you say it? Altair, and Liquid Burn, yeah, that one, not 1-to-1. Everybody's like, it is an exact 1-to-1.
I've heard people say that it's exact 1-to-1.
It's not. Well, I have the sample set of the PDM that you gave me.
Okay.
That has it in there.
Yep.
And then I have a sample of Liquid Burn as well. I don't think they smell alike. Not a 1-to-1. I mean, they do smell alike.
You can
it's not a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
It's not a 1-to-1. So I will say that, like, as somebody who enjoys dupes, I do think, in my experience, limited experience, like, right, I've only done it a couple times where I've had the dupe and then the $400 one. They don't smell the same.
No.
The one that's $400 smells a lot better. And yes, you are getting, way cheaper of a price on a similar product. But it's like, there's a reason that, a Corvette and a Pagani are big difference in price because of the quality of the materials that they use. There's like a lot of other stuff than just the raw product, like the raw performance or the scent. I guess in this case, there's a lot of other things like the quality of the ingredients. And
and I mean, think about it.
It's not going to give you cancer or stuff like that. Maybe, who knows?
Think about it like this. I mean, I'll come back to this. Mm-hmm. Okay, there is... this bottle retails $465. Where do you see this marketed at?
I
don't. I'm in the game, and
I live in the woods.
I don't see this marketed, but it's still that price for a reason.
Yeah.
Am I going to go out and am I going to buy the whole set? No, no. I have a collector's mentality. Would I love to see it? Yeah, but spending almost $500 on a cologne. I'll be the first one to admit it's seemingly ridiculous. Right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy this, so I work hard for my money, and if that's what I want, then that's what the hell I'm going to get.
It's better than meth, slightly. Now, I'm not saying the product is better than meth. I'm saying that the addiction is better than meth.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a better addiction to have.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I tell my
obviously you'd rather smoke meth than this.
No. I tell my fiance all the time, 2 things you'll never be able to say about me. You'll never be able to call me a liar, and you'll never be able to say I stink. So
yeah, there you go. Never smelled him stinking, so that's true. I just seen him at a wedding the other day. I'm a professional photographer. That's what I do for a living. So I seen him at a wedding the other day. I was like, I know you got something crazy on. What you got? And he did smell good. So he's not lying. He proved both of those right?
Yeah.
So, all right, cool, man. Well, these are our top 2. And that's our, I guess, first little episode of this series podcast. I don't know. We're just talking about cologne. We'll see where it goes, but we'll throw it together, and if you guys enjoy it, we'll do some more, or maybe we'll just do some more if we enjoy it. So
yeah,
thanks for coming out, man.
Absolutely, man. I look forward.
Take care and see y'all next time. Cool.